Hi everyone, it's Akini. I like couldn't sleep, but it's because I was asleep and then I woke up like in the middle of the night and I'm like, oh, I have all this energy and I don't want to go back to sleep. So I decided to do a video because I had been meaning to do this video, but I kept falling asleep when I got home because I was tired. But anyways, here I am. I wanted to talk about tarot and oracle cards because there is a serious misconception about these kind of cards and readings and um, psychics and just the entire thing. People are terrified of psychic readings. People are terrified of oracle cards, of tarot cards, and for no reason, for absolutely no reason. Especially if you feel um, comfortable with your reader. You know, like a lot of people who I've done readings for, I know them personally. Like so, they don't feel um, weird or anything about me doing their reading because we're already friends or their family or whatever. Um, and so yeah, there's really nothing to be afraid of. So I'm gonna just show you why there's no reason to be afraid. I'm gathering all of my cards. I have like several decks that I read from, and I use these on myself too for personal readings. Like if I feel like I need some clarity on something, and usually, honestly, for myself and for other people, it's like a confirmation. Like it's not like, well, I can't say never because there are some times when people find out information that they don't know about, but that does happen. But like it's usually something that they already knew. Like usually when people ask me about like their life, let me pull out my life purpose cards. They're really nice cards. People will say, oh, what I don't know what kind of career I should be doing, and they're stressed about it and they're praying about it, and they're not getting any answers, and they feel like to go to a tarot card reader or go to a psychic is evil. Now, if the person um, is doing things that are not positive or they're doing evil things, I guess you can bring them and say that they are. Sorry, I just woke up. I don't know what's going on with my face. Something in my eye. Um, you can say that that's evil or whatever, but somebody giving you guidance is not evil. Like if you come to me and you have a career question and you leave, with a reading from me, and I only do email readings because I have to do another video about that. I'll probably do it right after this one. If you leave feeling empowered, then how is that evil? Okay, so if you ask me about your career, I'm just gonna do like a live just reading. So what about career? Okay, um, and I pull this card, which is children, and it says your life purpose involves helping, teaching, or healing children. Okay, what's the neat about that? Maybe I'll pull another one for clarification because usually I pull at least three. Author. It says you have a book inside of you that wishes to be expressed. Make the time to write it. Okay, so we have children book. Okay, maybe you should be a children's book author, right? Pull another card. Teaching. You inspire young people to learn. Okay, so becoming a teacher or being an author, because an author really is a form of teaching. When you write a book, you're kind of just you're teaching something to massive amounts of people. I mean, this is an easy reading. This all of these things go together. Children, teaching, being an author. There's nothing evil about this. This is a piece of paper. This is a piece of laminated paper. Okay. There's nothing evil about this. The devil is not going to pop out of somewhere and harm you because you got your cards read. God's not going to be mad at you. Jesus or Buddha or whoever is not going to be mad at you because you got a card reading. Okay. It's not that serious, especially if the reader, like myself, is gifted, anointed, blessed, or whatever word you want to use um, to determine what the cards mean and to divinate. Like that's not bad. And I know people feel like divination is bad, but If you need guidance and you go to someone, first of all, a counselor, you know, they aren't really they're sometimes. I mean, I'm not gonna say counselors don't use their intuition because some do, but they're trained to make you think about your issue and figure out um, what you should do. But they ask you, well, why do you feel that way? Um, what do you think you should do? They really try to get you to think about it. They get you to really come to the answer. That's what psychologists and counselors do. They kind of get you to like get your brain moving to think like what you should be doing. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. Um, I just pull some because I have several different decks. But there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, and there's nothing wrong with someone giving you divine guidance because and I tell people this all the time, especially those who are like um, Christian, because a lot of times most of the people who are weirded out by my readings are Christian people because I understand that there's like a stigma with psychics and um, or intuitives, as I like to call myself, um, card readers, astrologers, all that kind of stuff. There's a negative connotation. It's basically a divination tool. Someone is looking at your astrological chart. You're looking at cards for throwing bones and just determining, you know, certain things about your life. I think people think that because I think people watch TV and they think you're going to turn over a card. And because this is my tarot deck right here, and um, I love this deck. It's really really accurate. Like people think you're going to turn over a card and it's going to say you're going to die, but in actuality, there's a pregnant woman on this card. Okay, and this is actually a positive card. This card actually means bringing stability to a relationship. Um, and as you can see, my cards have African deities on them. This is a Yoruba deity, Alofi. I'm so sorry, Alofi. Um, so yeah, like I think people look at TV and TV they show people turning over cards. And cards have like skull and bones. And they tell the person they're gonna die. No, these cards are like spiritual meanings. So, like I said, that card meant bringing balance. This card means like abundance and blessings and bliss, like really positive things happening to you. I'm gonna pull a third one. This is just cards I'm pulling at random. Like I don't even know what's on these cards right now. This card means this is the Hanged Man. I guess this could be kind of scary. This card basically means like you're allowing outside forces to keep you from moving forward, like self stagnation. Keeping yourself stagnant. Um, Again, not really a bad card. Like, 'cause some of these cards will get you together, which is part of card readings. Sometimes I tell people, you need to get out of that relationship. You need to stop messing with that married man. You need to stop doing this. And I think for some people, that is part of why they don't want to get card readings because they're doing trifling stuff, and it's gonna come out in the reading, and so they don't want to talk about that, or they're scared, that I'm gonna find their deepest darkest secret. And normally I don't. Normally it's some guidance on here. I have love cards. These are romance cards. These are specifically for romance. But that doesn't mean that I can't pull cards from here and find out some stuff about romance because there's cards in there that have to do with love. Romance card, just at random. Your soulmate. This is your soulmate. Nothing to be afraid of. I also have a goddess deck that I love dearly because it's so beautiful and you all know how I feel about goddess energy and goddesses. Pull a card at random. I'm pulling cards at random. Mary Magdalene was actually someone who comes from the Bible. Unconditional love. Love yourself and others in every situation. Okay. Again, I haven't pulled anything scary or freaky or devilish yet. So then I have a healing card deck, which has like a medical symbol on it. You can see. It has a medical symbol, which we see every day at our doctor's offices and we pass pharmacies and stuff. This is recovery. And it's basically telling you to ask God for holding your hand. Thank you to God for holding my hand throughout my recovery upon the path of radiant health. So yeah, nothing negative. Nothing scary, nothing spooky. I have another deck which I actually really like. This card really taps into your own personal intuition deck, and it's called the Ask Your Guide Oracle Cards deck. Pull a card random. Restriction. And it has like a lock around the brain. It says your joy guide, so you're kind of restricting your own joy. Kind of like the Hangman card that I pulled. Not a bad card. Just basically saying you need to get your stuff together and stop restricting yourself. But yeah, so like I was saying, I know a lot of people are scared because of their religious beliefs, but there's nothing to be afraid of. And I know, like, really, that's like a stigma. And I know a lot of psychics and intuitives and people who've gotten their cards read, they think it's really silly because there's nothing to be afraid of. Like, again, this is a piece of paper. This is a laminated piece of paper. And this one says epiphany. Getting an epiphany from your higher self. You know? Nothing to be afraid of, nothing spooky. And like I said, they're just pieces of paper. And don't get me wrong, I used to be afraid of this stuff too, and that's why I'm coming to you. Like, this is really no big deal. Like, I'm like the most down to earth person. Like, I'm like really upfront with stuff. Like, I have no reason to lie. Um, because I have regular tarot clients that come to me and want readings from me. So I'm not saying this like, oh, come book a reading with me. You need to book a reading with me. Like, if you don't feel comfortable, you don't have to. But I'm just letting you know this is literally a piece of paper, and it cannot change your life. You can't determine your life. I've had people do card readings for me, telling me about how the path I was going down, and I chose a different path because I didn't like what they said. I didn't think that that was a good outcome for me, and I changed my path because I wanted to, and there's nothing wrong with that. And it doesn't mean that that person is wrong or that person gave me a bad reading. It's just that going where I was going, it wasn't going to, um, I wasn't going on a path that was good for me. So there's nothing, like I said, it's no big deal. And I've had a few of my Christian friends who have gotten readings with me, and they're like, "Oh, that's it. That was wonderful. You really gave me something." Like I told somebody, I'm not going to tell all their business, but I told them about. I pulled a life purpose card. I was like, this one says travel, for instance, and I was like, this is what you're supposed to be doing. And that wasn't the card I pulled for them. But I'm just using this as an example. And they were like, you know what? I have been thinking about doing that, and it had been on my heart, but I was kind of like unsure. And I pulled some other cards, and the other cards were like kind of basically telling the person like, you need to do this now. Like this is a God given gift that you have, and you need to do it now. And you know, I get people telling me, "Girl, you made me cry. How did you know that?" Blah 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 blah. Well, because I'm highly intuitive, I can kind of sense things even without reading cards. But the cards are like confirmation for me, and they help me. I heard another card reader say that she pulls cards because she's highly opinionated, and the cards kind of filter out her opinion. She might have an opinion about something, but the cards, you know, again, they're a lot nicer, So, they'll say stuff like, it's time for a cleansing detoxification of body and mind. That's a nicer way of saying you need to get your diet together. You eat really bad. You know what I'm saying? So, um, like I said, there's nothing to be afraid of. Like, I would love to do readings for you all if you're interested. I'll put my link below. But I just really did this to tell you like there's nothing to be afraid of, and especially if your reader is like just wants to help you. Like that's the only reason why I call these spiritual readings or spiritual guidance. When on my top, I think on my website this book is intuitive guidance or intuitive readings or whatever. Because I'm just trying to help people get their life. Like it's kind of like I tell people like my sessions are like Ayana fix my life because and I typically my emails are kind of lengthy. They're pretty lengthy um, because I go in depth and I'm pretty thorough with my reading, and I want people to if you have an issue with your love life or issue with your career, just issue with personal stuff, um, I want you to get that together, or issue with your health. For sure, I'm an herbalist, I'm a healer. I want you to get it together, and that's part of being a healer. It's not just about food and diet and herbs. It's about healing yourself spiritually as well, healing your heart, healing your soul, and you know So yeah, like this is really about healing, helping people get on a better path. It's not about me trying to, I have I have a cauldron in front of me, and there's spooky stuff going on. The most spooky thing I have going on is I burn incense. Like that's the most spooky thing I probably have. And I own crystals, and I eat fruit. I don't. I mean, that's about it. Like there's nothing spooky about me. So, um, you know, I am very well versed in a lot of spiritual topics, and this happens to be one of them. And it's not an evil thing, and it's not something bad. And I know people are terrified of this stuff. I mean, I even think one of my cards in my healing deck says get a massage. Okay, shoot, I could pull that card for myself. One of them it says like Jesus Christ on the card, like you need to pray to Jesus, which I personally, um, that's not my path. But um, here it goes right here. It was actually on top, which I don't really like the fact that he's Caucasian because I don't really go with that mess. But this has Jesus on the card, so I'm like, why? How is this evil? Like, and this is part, this this encompasses everybody's religion, especially this goddess deck, because these are goddesses from all through. And I mean, some of the goddesses are, like I said, I showed you, um, Mary Magdalene. That's somebody that comes from the Bible. Um, this one, which I pull often, which makes me happy to pull, is Yemaya, golden opportunity. This is the Yoruban goddess. Okay, if you're African American, Black, Moorish, whatever you want to call it, that's a deity that your ancestors revered greatly. So there's nothing evil about these cards. This one even says Mother Earth. Okay, there's nothing evil about these cards. There's nothing to be afraid of. So, um, you're more than welcome to book a card reading with me or whoever you feel comfortable with. Plenty of people on YouTube that read cards. But that was really just my message. Like, there's nothing to be, team no fear. Like, there's nothing to be afraid of. They're just cards. They're just pieces of paper, and they cannot dictate your life. If I pull this card and it says give your relationship a chance, you can still leave him if you want to, girl. Okay, that's totally up to you. What you want to do. I'm just telling you what my intuitive guidance is telling you, or whatever. And I do meditate or pray before my reading. So, um, again, like I said, spiritual component to all of this. There's nothing to be afraid of. Um, so I hope it helps somebody and it helps people kind of like get less stressed about it. Like they're just cards. Um, and I'm doing this because a lot of people tell me that they're scared to get a reading from me, and I'm like, scared of what? Maybe they're scared of what's going to come out, but there's really no reason to be afraid unless you're like really scared of like constructive criticism or whatever. Because the cards, sometimes they do keep it. I mean, they keep it real. So if they're like, stop letting your husband beat you up, you know, that has come out in the cards before, and it might come out again. And that's the message that you're supposed to get. So, um, yeah, so that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys next time. I'm gonna do a video about, I guess, card reading issues that I've had, and I have to try to get people together on. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.